Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Margaret and I am a spiritual and transformational life coach. Today I would like us to discuss the subject self-acceptance. And before I go any further, I would like to say if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe, and so that whenever I upload, you don't miss any of the subjects that we will discuss, because this channel is just for you to learn something from that will help you. And yes, I would like to go ahead and talk about self-acceptance. So why is it important to be the person, who accepts yourself? It is important simply because in life, if we cannot accept who we are, we cannot accept, we cannot expect other people to accept us for who we are, okay? And self-acceptance is a very, very deep subject. So, yes, for you to accept yourself gives you a different sense of inner power, okay? But the thing is, when you don't accept yourself, there is more at stake here for you as an individual, as a community, however you see it. But you have to start from yourself, okay? And when we don't accept ourselves, we are not aligned with who we are, and so we end up doing things that doesn't make us happy. We end up doing things that doesn't help anybody else. And for sometimes, whatever you may do may help other people, but the worst bit is you yourself are not happy. Okay? That is when you realize that you have not accepted who you are, but you want people to accept you for who you are not. Because let's face it, if you are not happy with who you are, other people can see it. Okay? No matter how much you try to hide it, you are bound to make some unconscious mistakes, and people will pick up on it. So I feel that accepting ourselves just as we are, whoever we are, it doesn't matter what background you come from. If you can't accept who you are, I feel life is going to be much harder for you, because everything you're doing, it's not real. It's not based on what you are aligned with, and this can cut you very, very deep, especially when you know that you're being taken advantage of. Okay? And sometimes if you don't accept who you are, it's very, very dangerous, because all your strength is being given away. All your power is being given away for not accepting who you are. First, you have to, acknowledge that this is who I am. My name is Margaret Jones. I am such and such person, this and this and that, accepting what is positive about you and accepting what is not so positive about you. And you can learn from both sides, okay? Nobody is perfect. You don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be perfect. But there is perfection in accepting who you are, because if you know what your strengths and your weaknesses are, you can build on that. But if you don't accept that something is not right about you, or something is not the way you want it to be, and you want to please everyone, I think, not accepting yourself goes a long way to harm you in the long run, rather than, accepting who you are and letting the right people come into your life. Because trust me, when I say not accepting who you are, you could come from any background. You could come from any ethnicity background, speak any language, have any lifestyle you want. If you can't accept who you are, all that does not even count for zero, because you've not even started. We can all start from zero, but you're not even at zero, let alone go on to one. But once you accept who you are, you will start seeing that, okay, these people don't like me. This situation is not right for me. This is what I'm going to do. Sometimes it is tough, okay? It is tough to accept that there are certain things that you are not brilliant at. So what does that mean? Does that mean you have to hang around people who emphasize what is not brilliant about you? No. You want to see, okay, this is my strength, this is not my strength. So what you don't have the strength to do, or you don't have strength in, you want to be accepting who you are, and then identifying with the people who can help you, elevate or work on the side of you that you feel is your weakness. Weakness could be anything. Believe me, anything could be a weakness. It doesn't matter. It's not about being macho or not being macho. Having a weakness could be anything. You can have a weakness for overspending money. You can have a weakness for eating when you don't need to eat. You can have a weakness for pleasing people when you know very, very well that what you're doing is not helping you at all. You are giving something away, and deep down you are angry at yourself for doing it. But once you accept yourself, you are like, yeah, this is what I'm able to do. This is what I'm able not to do. And I can do this to this capacity, or I am no longer doing this, or I will think about it. Once you start, accepting who you are and who you are not, you become very powerful. Any decision you make moving forward with your life, you know who you are and who you're not. Because if you cannot accept who you are, believe me, it causes more problems for you. Okay? I've experienced it, so that's why I want to discuss this with you. And I feel it's much better for you to have one single person or two people who can align with you and bring the best out of you. Because once you accept yourself and you align with who you are, and you are able to work on the parts of you that you couldn't work, you couldn't embrace before, the right people help you to, shine. And once you have achieved that shine, the same people who wanted you to please them, forget about how you feel about your life, all of a sudden they want to accept you. They want to be your friend. They want you to be their friend, all sorts. They want you to be their family. They want you to be anything. But now it's going to be on your terms. It's going to be on your terms, not on their terms. They can decide that this is what you want and I always have to please you. It could be your boss. It could be your sister. It could be a partner. It could be family members. It could be a parent. You have to ask yourself, why do I have to put myself through that? Okay? Why do you have to put yourself through this emotional confusion? Okay? Mental confusion. And it's not a great place to be if you cannot accept yourself. Okay? If you can't accept yourself for whoever or whatever you are. When I say whatever, I mean you could be a personality. You could be a daughter. If your parent doesn't think you are the type of child, or type of child they want to introduce to people, if they can't accept you just as you are, then that is fine. You need to start loving yourself, and eventually, whether they'll catch up with you or not, you have to be aligned with yourself. And if you can't accept yourself, nobody is going to accept you for not accepting yourself. I don't think this works in any way. When you know that you are not being yourself, you can't accept who you are, but other people are accepting you for who they know you are not, you have to understand that You know, the lie you are telling yourself, people are telling you 10 times worse than that. Okay? Sometimes it is pity. You don't want to be pitied for for not knowing who you are or for not accepting who you are. That is very dangerous. You don't want to, because that is being a victim. Okay? You are victimizing yourself and you are allowing other people to bully you, because people do it whether they are aware they are bullying you, whether they're not aware they are bullying you. All these things is happening. Sometimes it's subconscious, sometimes it is, you know, they've thought about it. They can see that there's something about yourself you don't like, and they are going to pounce on it. And sometimes even when you think that, oh, you are hiding this part of yourself, it will surprise you how many people have, you know, caught up on whatever you think you are hiding. Once you start accepting yourself, there are some people who will leave your life for good, and some people will step back, okay? Because now they're going to be, well, I am not gaining or getting what I want from this person. So what is the next strategy? Okay? Don't let anyone use you for anything. Because when you can't accept yourself and you can't acknowledge that you have shortcomings, we all do have our shortcomings, okay? But when you don't want to acknowledge it, that maybe you are too kind, that could be a problem. If people think you are too kind, they are going to pounce on it and they are going to take as much from you as possible, and they are going to drain you. At the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of any subject matter that you are dealing with, if you can't accept yourself, you are at a loss on all level. You are at a loss on all level. But, you know, you have a chance of correcting this. You have a chance of working, you know, on yourself to get better, because the only thing you could do is to accept yourself. If you accept yourself that, okay, this is who I am, this is who I'm not, it's a very, very powerful thing to know, to know and to have that knowledge that, okay, this is what I'm capable of, this is what I'm not capable of. What I'm not capable of, you can always learn to adjust, amend it, upgrade whatever gift or talent you've got. Sometimes our talents, our natural talents, may be hidden or may be dormant because we are not accepting who we truly are, and therefore, because we are not aligned with who we are, nothing is working. Nothing works for you. You may be doing things, it could be that on the surface you may look like you are happy, but deep down you are not. So, you know, this is the worst prison to put yourself into. Okay, it's the worst prison to put yourself into. So accepting your strength and your weaknesses will make you far, far better, because you make better decisions. You know that, okay, this is something that is not right for me, or if even this is right, at this point in time, it's not right for me. These are certain things I've been through. If I don't face these issues right now and, you know, put an end to it, it means that this is how my life is going to be. But everything can be changed if you choose to. You don't have to change who you are, but you need to change the way you allow people to treat you, the way you are lying to yourself, and that makes a huge difference, because change is not easy. However, if you are willing to put in the effort, once you start accepting yourself, you will see that things that you never thought you could do, it will start flowing naturally, easily. At first, it's going to be scary, but after one or two, you're like, yeah, I got this, you know, and you'll be able to do it. Okay, so yes, whoever you are, whatever you are, don't expect people to accept you for who you are not, because they won't accept you for who you're not. But once you accept who you are, people will start respecting that and start accepting who you are and who you are not. Because just as you are going to find it difficult to adjust to how your new personality, or the real you is going to act to certain situations that you're acting differently than before, you are going to adjust to it differently, and some people are also going to adjust to it differently. But I'm sure as time goes on, you will pick the momentum, and then living your truer self. Because if you don't, the good things that are meant for you, you are not going to achieve them. Okay? Because if you can accept who you are, if even there's something good that you should accept, you are like, well, if I do this, other people are going to say this. But yeah, people are going to say what if I say what. So if you can accept who you are, please don't expect people to accept you for who you are not, because consciously or subconsciously, people are aware of that, and they'll pounce on you. It could be your family member, it could be anybody, just like I said. But yes, we need to accept who we are, and accept our positives, negatives, our strengths, weaknesses. And sometimes, negative is not necessarily negative. Negative could be situations that we didn't handle properly. But the thing is, if you accept it yourself, if anything happened, you'd know that, okay, well, this is not something I'm brilliant at, so I'm not even going to let it bother me. And you'll find ways and means to deal with your situation far better than previously, because you are trying to please everyone, you're not happy. But right now, if you accept that this is what your situation is, yeah, you are able to, you have more confidence in yourself to make better decisions and handles any situation that you want to. So I think yeah, we will put the subject to a close here. And if anybody wants to discuss any subject, please do comment in the box. And or if there's any subject you want us to raise and discuss, I'm happy to do that on this channel. So feel free, and don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. So yes, I wish you all the best in your self-acceptance journey, and you'll see me next time, or I'll see you next time.